Hi all, welcome to the episode 2 of Ask Your Counselor. Today we have someone who is an entrepreneur and a career coach who has counseled with his team approximately 50,000 students all over the state across India. And today we're going to ask him some most common asked question by you. We have Aditya Bose with us.
Thanks for welcoming me and having me here.
So, my very first question to you would be, I have seen this in a lot of students and parents nowadays. Sabka ek concern hai that they don't want to go for traditional career options.
Right.
Like they find it very boring nowadays, especially jo Gen Z hai, ki career options like medicine or engineering, ये सबने किया हुआ है. They don't want to go for that. And कुछ नए career options है जैसे influencers, YouTubers, वो बहुत interesting sound भी करते हैं. So they want to go for that career option. So I'm asking you that, can you suggest some more unconventional career options, some more offbeat career options that are sustainable as well?
Of course, Saloni, but before even answering that question and listing down the unconventional career options, I want to lay out a small disclaimer to all the parents and students watching this. One thing is that never choose a career option based on whether it is conventional or unconventional. So as an example, if engineering is conventional, medical science is conventional, doing an MBA and pursuing an opportunity in business administration and management is conventional, then civil services, at least trying to appear for it, is conventional. Not a lot of people become that, but at least, giving the exam is conventional. Not that if you are passionate about it because it is conventional, I won't pursue it. I don't think that is the right way to approach. At the same time, you should also not approach an unconventional career option just because it looks cool, as you said. So the right way is to openly explore all the career options, then to take a decision based on what you like as an activity, as a set of tasks, what is something that you would enjoy studying, reading about, performing that way. Where is good opportunity for you to get a good moral impact, or to rather create a good moral impact, where you can earn a decent amount of money. So I think that way, all the career options that we list, whether traditional or unconventional, every career option has a good scope of earning if you are doing really well. And where do you have scope of, getting a good lifestyle, basically. All of these factors combined together should ensure your career decision. Now, of course, listing down some unconventional career options for the benefit of the audience. In sports, you can become a player in any sport, whether that is cricket, tennis, football, etc. But usually when we think about sports, we only think about becoming a player. But you can also become a coach, a referee, or an umpire. You can become a sports psychologist. You can become a sports analyst. People who analyze stuff like, if I'm a football player and if I'm taking a penalty, where will I shoot? Left, right, or center? Usually, where do I shoot? So they will then instruct their goalkeeper to accordingly dive or to accordingly study the match when I'm actually taking a penalty. Similarly, if I'm a batsman, what is my weakness? Is it an in-swinging delivery from a left-arm pacer, something like that? So then when I'm batting, they will accordingly choose the bowler and ask him to bowl the perfect delivery. So becoming a sports analyst. So in sports also, there are multiple career options, like becoming a sports manager even. So these are some unconventional career options that a student can consider. In performing arts, you can consider becoming a dancer, singer, actor. Even in films and cinema, you can consider the back-end work, like becoming a video editor or a cinematographer. Or I'm not sure whether I pronounced that correctly or not, but I hope, the audience gets it. And you can become a screenplay writer and a lot of other career options you can pursue, becoming a director, producer, etc. Similarly, if you are thinking of creative arts, so you can think of becoming something unconventional like a sculptor or, sand artist like Sudarshan Patnaik is. So these are some unconventional career options, even in career clusters which sound traditionally very like conventional. Example, engineering. So if you choose engineering, computer science engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, conventional. On the other hand, nano engineering, nuclear engineering, unconventional. Medical science, Ayurvedic medicine, homeopathic medicine, doing an MBBS and then becoming a general physician, conventional. But at the same time, going into bioinformatics, biomedical sciences, even radiology, unconventional. So like that, in every field also, you can list down some conventional and some unconventional career options. You should approach it exactly the way I said, that not because it is conventional or unconventional, it's something that you feel good about. You feel your traits, your personality traits, your interests, your career preferences match that particular career option. And it has scope to earn if you perform well in it. So if you have the interest, you'll work hard and automatically eventually start learning and performing well in it.
Okay. So of course, students and parents, the approach should be always कि ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि किसी non-conventional career option में जाना है because it is looking cool. If you like that career option, you can definitely go for it. If you don't like it, if you like something which is traditional, you can definitely go for that. Also, उसमें भी बहुत सारे career options हैं and you can perform well in that. Now, my second question would be, you have mentioned some non-conventional career options, but what kind of students, can you just state some traits, like what kind of students should go for these career options? How a student can know कि उसे choose करना चाहिए कोई offbeat career option या नहीं?
That's a very good question, because a lot of people would want to pursue an unconventional career option because it looks cool and I can separate myself from the crowd. I can feel unique.
Correct.
But at the same time, if you don't have the risk-taking ability, point number one, to convince your parents, to convince the society around you, people who you care about basically, that you're willing to pursue this career option. And if you're not willing to initially go through the challenging process of, convincing them, because they will oppose it, right? I do understand that some parents are watching this. So I hope that if your child chooses something which is unconventional, you don't reject it outright. But at the same time, I also understand as parents, it's our responsibility to check if our child is pursuing something which is actually sustainable, right? So in that case, I would say if this initial discussion only feels very challenging, very depressing, you feel like you cannot tackle these discussions anymore, and you don't feel that you can be patient through this process, then don't take up an unconventional career option because you will face opposition. So first is risk-taking ability, and just to add a short note to it, ability to convince your parents, especially your parents and the people who matter to you, about pursuing that career option, which will take 1, 2, 3, even 4, 5 years. For me, as an example, my father was not happy with me pursuing entrepreneurship. It took me, I think, 5 years to finally convince him that that's a good career option. 5 years is a long time, right? Secondly, your ability to persevere through circumstances. As an example, again, giving my example because it is the most easy one I have access to. It took me as an entrepreneur in career counseling, which is something that can be called offbeat, around 4 to 5 years to earn the same amount of salary that I had gotten as a fresher in engineering, because I was trying to establish my own business. I was trying to pay salaries to other teammates as well. So till that time, of course, the societal opposition was there, but there was something building up within me as well. I wanted to leave it. There was a part of me which wanted to leave it because I thought I was struggling a lot with exposure to social media. I could see how other people are enjoying the same jobs that I had declined and how they're enjoying the facilities which I don't have right now because I did not choose a traditional career option. But the fact that I enjoyed doing what I was doing so much, it did not let me quit. So maybe that as well. The third point would be, apart from perseverance, of course, that you should actually enjoy doing what you're doing. If you do that, it will be much harder for you to quit, and it will be much easier for you to, as per point number 2, persevere. So I think, if these 3 traits are in place, and if the other basic factors are in place, like your interests, abilities, personality traits match that particular career option, you can definitely go for it.
Okay. So what I understand is कि if you want to go for something which is offbeat, which is non-conventional, you have to be prepared for the hardship because वो बहुत ज़्यादा smooth नहीं होगा that you have a placement and you have that monthly income. वो हो भी सकता है, but you have to prepare for the hardship.
Absolutely.
And with that, I think students should have plan B or plan C as well with that. So my next question would be that अगर जो भी plan B और plan C होगा, that should be conventional या non-conventional, मतलब वो क्या होना चाहिए उन students के लिए basically जो एक offbeat career या फिर non-conventional career option choose कर रहे हैं?
That is a very nice thought because yes, there should be always a plan B and in fact in some cases even a plan C. The people who have pursued offbeat career options, like if I give the example of a few cricketers, Ravichandran Ashwin had engineering as a backup option. Anil Kumble, Javagal Srinath had again engineering as a backup option. Rahul Dravid has BCom as a backup option. Ishant Sharma, in one of his interviews on Breakfast with Champions, quoted that since he did not have a backup option because he got selected for India at the age of 19. So he had not even passed 12th properly, I think, or maybe he had just cleared it. I'm not sure, but either ways, he had never pursued a degree. His father also was not very well off at that time. So he says for his kid, he will make sure that his kid completes his education, because he had a lot of people who were very good Ranji Trophy players, domestic players, but could not graduate to the international level. Ask him for references for one-to-one coaching, or ask him for some other references, because they were not earning a lot. So it is difficult to make it to the top 15 in a country of 1.4 billion, which is so passionate about cricket. Similarly, in performing arts also, there are singers, there are dancers who have had other options in terms of either their education or some other option in the same field, which is slightly more traditional. If I were to quote social media influencers, let's say there's a YouTube channel by the name Slay Point. Have you heard?
Yes.
Yeah. So the two people who run it, Abhyuday and Gautami, in one of their Ask Me Anything kind of sessions, they were asked about this, that, do you feel like becoming full-time YouTubers? And they said, not sure yet, but they had also made sure that they complete their degrees each. So I think one of them was pursuing a BA and one of them was pursuing a BCom. They completed that. I think one of them also ended up getting a gold medal. So they were actually serious and good with academics. And yeah, I think that enabled them to also more freely and more, confidently approach that career option, which was offbeat. So yeah, you should have a plan B, plan C. And it should end where the last plan is traditional. So if your plan B is traditional, end there. If your plan B is also risky, then plan C should be traditional.
Okay. So basically, if someone who is going for unconventional career option, they can have plan B or they can have plan C, which is traditional. So you should take risk, but you should also have a security basically with you. Basically, you have to play smart.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
have to have security. So I think our students and parents now have the clarity for the question कि cool career options पे नहीं जाना है, कोई भी career option इसीलिए choose नहीं करना है क्योंकि वो cool है, plan A, plan B, plan C रखना है. So this was it for today, Aditya. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, and if you like the video, then do not forget to press the like button. Also, if you have any other questions related to career, or if you have any doubt related to anything, you can definitely ask your questions to the comment section. We'll definitely cover it in our next episode. Thank you.